All right, so we're going to start this grade 11 build up, and we do certain questions one bit at a time. So here we have a question and says solve for x round off to one decimal place when necessary or where appropriate. So here's the question: 2x squared minus 50 is equal to 0, and it is allocated 2 marks, so which means we need to spend less than 2 minutes. So 2x squared minus 50 is equal to 0. So what we see here is this is an equation equated to 0. So what we need to ensure, obviously, with an equation that is quadratic in nature, we need to first make sure that it is in standard form. That is, it must be in the form of ax squared plus bx minus plus c is equal to 0. So that is already in that form. Then we factorize if necessary. And the first type of factorization that we think about is taking out the highest common factor. So the highest common factor that we take out, all right, if the highest common factor is a numerical value, which means it's a number, then we can take that highest common factor, divide what? Divide each term by it. Okay, but if it was a variable, we wouldn't do that. So let's do that. So we now take this and divide each term in the equation by 2, which gives us x squared minus 25, which is equal to 0. Now do you see what we now have here is an expression that is quadratic in nature, but we can apply a type of factorization that we call difference of 2 squares, right? Which simply means that since we have a difference and x squared and 25 are perfect squares. Remember, why do we say 25 is a perfect square? Because what is the square root of 25? It is 5. Then what is the square root of x squared? That gives us x. So therefore, we open 2 brackets when we factorize this kind of quadratic expression. The square root of x squared will be x and x. The square root of 25 will be 5. And then lastly, we put a positive and a negative sign in each respective brackets, because this negative sign implies that our terms within the bracket will be positive, negative. We'll have different signs in the bracket. Then we apply the zero factor law. Because we have factors equated to 0, we can then now write these respective factors equated to 0 and put the word or in between. So then when we transpose the positive 5 to the other side, we get x is equal to negative 5, or x is equal to positive 5. And that is how we would go about solving this particular quadratic equation. All right.